Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to show you every single item I use in my eBay business to make a full-time income. So first off, I'm going to start off with the camera that I use. This is a Sony RX100 Mark III, and this is what I use to take my photos, just like this, overhead shot. So this is my camera. I actually have two of these cameras that I rotate to keep one charged at all times. So this is the camera I use. Next, my phone, basic phone. This is not even a name brand phone. It's a phone from Metro PCS. The main way that I use the phone is I use this phone to get items after item sells. I use this to go get the sold. So I would go to the list, then I would sort by SKU. Then all my SKUs are in order. It actually, for some reason, it starts at the bottom. So the lowest item right now is $64.25. Then it's $69.78, $73. So this is one of the main ways I use my phone, is I use this to get my items. Let me show you an app real quick. That's also part of what I use. All right, see this is the app that I use, eProfit. I use this to figure out if something's going to be profitable. Sold price, let's say $50. Charge shipping, let's say I charge 10. Shipping cost, let's say it's 10. Item cost, let's say I bought it for 10 bucks. And my profit, more or less, would be $31 on this hypothetical item. And the app is called eProfit in Android store. Okay, next we have, in my photo area, we have this vinyl sheet that I lay my items on right here. This is the plastic bags that I put these items in. I think it is what is it? I think it's, let's see, it's 10 by 15. 10 by 15 bags, clear bags. So the items go in here like this. Next, we got the labels that I use to write down my SKU numbers. I do it by hand. I have a Rolo that I don't know how to use to get the labels, so I just use it by hand. I use a lot of markers. I like the red markers because it's easier to see in dimly lit areas. And I place them on the items like this, always in the same spot. Next, we have lint rollers. I have a lot of these, a lot of lint rollers around. So you need lint rollers. A ruler. I use this ruler. Nice yellow again. Nice and bright, easy to see to measure my items. Shoe tree. Boom, when I'm taking photos of shoes. Labels. After I take photos of the item, I use this to identify what kind of item it is. When I take the photo of the SKU, I take the photos like this, right? Boom. I'll take photos. That way, when I come across the item, I'll know it's a women's item. Because sometimes in shirts and jeans, you really can't tell if the item is men's or women's. So I use this color-coded to figure out real quick if it's a men's or women's item. Brush that I use to clean my shoes. When I clean shoes, I don't clean that much shoes anymore, but when I do, this has Crud Cutter in it. Crud Cutter is the, I recommend Crud Cutter. It works great to clean shoes. This is the, grease balm thing, the Doc Martens version. I use this to polish up shoes like this. Show a shoe like this. If I wanted to buff this out real quick, it works. See, it works great. So I use this on brown leather shoes. Boom, look at this, nice. So that's what I use, and as you can see, I use it a lot. This is probably the most, I use this a lot. Yeah, when it comes to leather shoes, Because like I said, I try not to do a lot of shoes, and I try not to spend a lot of time on shoes. So you have that. Rags. Once again, I have rags all over the place. All over the place. My area tends to look messy, but I kind of operate like this a little bit better, because if I spend time cleaning it, it's just going to get messy after like 2-3 days of doing clothes. So when I have my area messy, it just lets me know I need to process a lot of clothing, because a lot of clothing needs to be taken photos and put away. My mannequin, I use this for hats. Okay, there, I use this to take photos of hats. Boom, just a regular mannequin. I got this off of eBay, and I taped it onto this. Noodles, I sometimes put these on inside of, actually it's for boots like this that really doesn't look right by itself. I'll use these noodles. It's a little tight. I'll just show you off in here, just like this. It makes the photos look better. I still try to crop it to make sure that you don't see this, but it looks better, especially from the side. And that's what I use these for. Magic eraser. Yeah, magic eraser helps you clean, especially the white areas of the shoes. They're very good for this right here, for this portion of shoes, especially like Vans. My TV, as you can see, when I take my photos, I pretty much could sit right here, so I don't have back pain. My knees don't hurt. I sit like this, Indian, if you guys could see, Indian style, just like this, legs crossed, and I could take photos. Let me grab my camera. So yeah, so I sit here just like this, Indian style, legs crossed, and as you can see it perfectly. I control my lightness and darkness with this, and boom, look at that. That's a good photo right here. I can reach everywhere from here. My ruler, boom, 2 measurements, and I do that while watching TV or listening to lo-fi or watching YouTube. I could sit here for hours if I need to, very casual, at my own pace, and the items go right here in these boxes. Okay, in this portion of the room, this is my shipping area. What I have to ship, I have 10 by 15 mailers. I have the envelopes, flat rate envelopes. This is $7.60. I just call these like $7.60 because that's the price when you put something in here. 814 paddeds. That's pretty much what I use. Then I have a lot of scissors. Gotta have a lot of scissors. Gotta have a lot of markers. Then I use this to cut my labels. When I print out on sheets like this. This is a duplicate. They come out on sheets like this, and I use this. I do it by 4s. I come through, cut, label, stick. So that's my paper cutter. That's what I use that for. What other supplies do I have? I have small boxes like this for hats or plushes or anything else. I have my shoe boxes, clothes seller. Then I got my going to California medium box. This costs $12. Big boots, big coats. That's going to California, medium flat rate. Goes into here. So that's what I use. That's mostly my shipping area. This is mostly filler. Sometimes filler in boxes when we do sell a hard item. As you can see, we don't have much because I try not to do that much hards anymore. Tape, a lot of eBay tape. My labels came in. I have about 12,000 individual SKUs all set. So that's going to keep me going for like the whole next year. This shelf I forgot the price of this kind of shelf. Yeah, I forgot the price of this kind of shelf, but you find these shelves at Home Depot or Lowe's. This is the Husky. It's not the heavy duty type. It's the Husky. So these Huskies, as you can see, I stack my boxes 2 at a time. I like to have that space open, and this shelf right here will look like this shelf. It holds 20 boxes. 20 boxes, and each of these boxes hold 30. I used to give you guys the numbers about how many these boxes hold before. I was off. They hold 30. There's about 4,000 items in this room. 4,000 items. So let's keep going. These are the boxes that Daily Refinement recommended back in the day. It's very good recommendation. 32 8 by 8, I think it's a 32 8 by 8. Yep, 32 8 by 8 boxes. These hold 30 items for me. This is jeans, shirts, women's tops. It averaged out to about 30 items in these boxes. I consolidated not too long ago, and I got like 40 boxes back. So that's what's all here. I showed you guys my labels, my plastic. Okay. Heck, let's add up this fan. Heavy duty fan. If you're in the basement, if you're in the attic, if you're in the I know some people have sheds. If that thing gets hot, get these heavy duty fans from Home Depot. This is a Home Depot fan. I think it costs $64. Heavy duty. Will take the heat right out, or will blow in cold air. They're loud, but that's a good fan right here. So that's that. What else do we have? Blue bags. You gotta have a lot of blue bags. I probably have over 50 blue bags, IKEA blue bags by now. Bins. These bins cost me a fortune back in the day. I don't use them anymore. These are like $17 to $20 a pop. I used to get them at Walmart when I was doing the bin system. Oh, expensive. And they don't even hold that much. But bins, it's part of eBay business. Some people will still use them. I recommend getting them at the bins or the Salvation. You'll find them a lot cheaper. These old plastic shelves, like I said, I don't use these anymore because they don't fit my boxes that well. But old plastic shelf is part of what I used to do. Okay, yeah. What else? There, mannequin that I used to use. I don't use the mannequin anymore, but I still will bring it out when I use dresses. When I take photos of dresses, pictures of my mannequin. Add that to the list of what I use regularly. Next item we have, as you can see right on the floor, I've never moved it. It just stayed right here, is my printer. This printer, I'm not gonna say it's ass, but it's on its way out. It's giving me a lot of troubles right now. But this printer I've had for a long time, and this is the printer I use. I know a lot of people use Rollos. I haven't transitioned to Rollos yet. I have not. This is another duplicate. So, boom, come out, and they come out like this. You guys can't see the addresses. They come out like this, and I cut it right down the middle. And as you can see, I have a big stack of, what is it called? What is this called? Label, I don't know, mailing labels? Yeah, the printing labels. The printing labels. Let's go with that. Printing labels. I got a whole stack of these. That's what I use. I use the side with the, and right here in my same little area, this is my scale. This is where I put the item, get the number, boom. So this is where my scale is at. Not fancy, it's just a small scale. Truthfully, I probably should have a little bigger scale, but I don't do hards. The clothes fit on here just fine. So this is my scale. Okay, so this right here, if you guys can see, is Vendu. I use Vendu to cross post to Poshmark. I used to have List Perfectly, but I prefer Vendu because of the tabs. I don't have to open up a whole bunch of tabs, so that makes it a little faster for me. So I use Vendu to cross post. I use that. I use Google Spreadsheets. Is it Google Spreadsheets? Google Drive. I use Google Drive a lot, like main part of what I do. And as you can see right here, I have my tasks that I do daily. End eBay items, end 300. I end 300 every and sell similar 300 every day. So I end and sell similar 300. I upload 30 eBay items. I end Poshmark. That's one of the cross posting. I gotta end whatever sold on eBay the day before. I end Poshmark, cross post 50. I do that. Then I take photos, process my returns, process my cancellations, and make sure my Posh VA is working. So Posh VA is another thing that I use to share my store. There it goes right here. Boom. Something else I use. I don't think you could be that successful on Poshmark without it. That's just my opinion. So that's my software. I try not to polish a lot of shoes, but if I have to, this is like my polishing bag. This is for like brown leather shoes. This is the Dark Martin grease. Again, so I have almost every color in here. These work fine. Like I said, I don't try to put too much effort into repairing shoes, but there it goes. This is what I use. I have some spare extra shoelaces if needed. Some quick buff. Big bag of shoelaces if needed. Okay, so I'm in my storage room right now. So I keep the rest of my items. Dehumidifier. It helps. Definitely helps. So I have that in here. This is my heavy duty shelf. I don't think this is a Husky. I think it is. Let's go with Husky. This is another Husky. This is the heavy duty shelf. This shelf costs about, I think it was like $150 for this shelf. But this shelf holds 1,000 items. It holds about 40 boxes. So about 1,000, even 1,200 items if each of these average out to close to 30. So once again, you already know about the boxes. This is my heavy duty shelf that I have in here. Once again, I have a lot of bins that I used to use. I don't use these bins anymore. Horsehair brush is another item I use to polish the shoes if need be. If need be, polish the shoes. And truthfully, might be my most important feature in here is my lights. Brevia lights. I only use one, as you can see. I use one light. Gives off plenty of light to take my photos over my clothes. And I sit on a yoga mat. It counts. Yoga mat. Okay, so that's all the items that I use in my business to help me make a full-time income. Please like and subscribe. I'm out.